Testing 1 2 3 guys. Testing 1 2 3. Hey, what's up? I'm David, host of Vencabot. This is like a little bit of a post-stream sort of video. We just wrapped up the final night of the Pizza Movie Film Festival 2022, our second annual event in that style. But it wasn't just an event where we ran, 5 triple features in 1 week. It was an event where I also tried something a little bit new in terms of like a Patreon drive. It was my way of, just for a week, kind of really pushing the importance of the Patreon page and of patronage in general for a creator like me who is really grateful to dedicate his whole life to the creation of a project like this. I think that I live a charmed life in the sense that not everyone is able to pursue a passion the way that I do. And it's because of your guys' support, not just through patronage, but also through, just being here, being pleasant, being a part of the channel, hosting the show through the Twitch chat, spreading the word, retweeting things. There's a million ways that people have helped the channel out over the years, but unfortunately, because of the world we live in, the financial aspect is always a consideration for me. It's something that I have to keep in mind, something that I have to, justify, basically, the amount of time I put into the channel. And it can be difficult sometimes, guys. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. It can be quite difficult. And I had this vision of although I hate talking about money on the channel, I'm sure as all creators do, I thought if only for a week I could really push it hard and see if we could make some real headway in terms of making the channel more sustainable than it's been, so that I can stream through 2022 with confidence, right? The fact that I'm doing the right thing, we're gonna make this work, it's gonna be something that I can kind of move forward with confidently, without fear that, I'm not gonna be able to make ends meet, so to speak. So it was a new thing. We have never gotten 10 new patrons in 1 week. That's a huge number for our channel. And I thought that'd be a sort of a reasonable goal, depending on how hard I push it, depending on how often I mentioned the Patreon page and how much I really tried to, stress the importance of it. And we did it, guys. We hit 10 new patrons in 1 week. That's really kind of unprecedented, and it's very humbling for me as a creator. I had to take some time between the end of the stream and recording this video. It's actually 5:30 in the morning now. I've taken quite a lot of time between now and when the stream ended because I felt very emotional. I'm not going to, lie to you guys and act like that's not a really big deal to me. It's something that touched me personally. It didn't help that Surrender to Bergerac, the final film of the film festival we just got done watching a couple hours ago, is such an emotional movie. But really, I've felt, affected profoundly by the fact that you guys believe in the channel so much that you helped me get 10 new patrons in 1 week. And I'm extremely grateful that after this week is over, I'm not going to mention the Patreon page as much anymore for a long time. That's kind of my thinking behind this Patreon drive was like, let's push it real hard so that I don't have to do it as hard in the future. And, it's, as a creator, as, anybody living under capitalism, coming forward and asking for money is very, it's not the most, it wasn't my proudest sort of like moments, on the stream. It's not something that I was really happy to do. But the fact that, you guys were so understanding and came through in such a big way, not just by, joining the Patreon page, but by spreading the word on Twitter, by, drumming up support. And of course, let's not even mention the fact that most of you guys that come through and watch the channel are already patrons in one way or another, right? Whether you're on Patreon or through Twitch subs or helping out in 1,000 other ways with the channel, it wouldn't be the same without you. It wouldn't be possible without you guys. And yeah, I really wanted to make a message here before I totally call the event over and done with and say that it was a really special event for me. It's something I put a ton of work into. I really had a lot of sleepless nights getting this all worked out. And you guys made it really, really amazing. You guys came by and you had a great time. You were extremely pleasant in the chat. And you came through in terms of, justifying the groundwork that went into it by supporting on Patreon. And I really wanted to make this video here to say thank you to all you guys and let you guys know that going through 2022, I'm going to be pushing as hard as ever and trying to make the channel as worthwhile and as valuable for you guys as possible. It's something that I take a lot of pride in, which I've enjoyed immensely, and which is, a way for me to express my passion for, all kinds of things that I hope you guys have found enjoyable in the last few years. But yeah, I do want to thank our new patrons. First of all, thank you to 506 Acid, Goss, Ashley the Mozeri, who's a returning patron, Zanzu, likewise a returning patron, CPN Shiva Jones, thank you Shiva Jones for your support over the years and coming back on Patreon. Thank you to FPA Brian X, Jabby, Circus Cancel, and Saucy Daddy. Those are our new patrons that got us to our goal that we kind of set tentatively for the Pizza Movie Film Festival 2022. Thank you as well to McServe, who increased their patronage. Thank you to a Good Vibe for his generosity in terms of his donations. Likewise, Egg Drop has very generous donations this week. Thank you to Three Venge, Change Me, and Whole Horse, who gifted a lot of subs this week as well. They kind of came through and we're getting the spirit of the fundraiser, and they gifted a lot of subs. I appreciate that performance. Likewise, guys, it goes without saying that our channel, going through its 5th year now, has been supported for years by patrons and subs. And I do want to take this moment to thank all of them individually as well, as I always do after a stream. But coming through an event like this, which is so focused on drumming up support, I wouldn't feel great about not mentioning them. It's kind of mind-blowing for me to think that after all these years of streaming, I've been able to, not only make so many great friends, but also find so many great supporters that believe in this vision the way that I do, and that want to see this channel, continue and to grow. And so once again, guys, thank you so much to our patrons at patreon.com/Vencabot. Let me open up this list here, if you guys don't mind. In the meantime, in the background, I have the trailer playing that I made for the film festival. I'm not sure if that was especially exciting for you guys. I enjoyed it as like a break between movies. It actually worked quite well in that respect. To sort of give me a little bit of time between films. And let me see if I can bring this up here, if you guys don't mind. I need to find my list. Yeah, it was a lot of work for me to create this trailer here, to the very least, but it's also very educational for me. You'd think a guy in my line of work would be more comfortable with video editing, but the most I've ever done before this was last year's film festival trailer, and I feel like I learned a lot, and I really hope that going forward I'm going to have more time to work with video editing. But unfortunately, I'm very busy as it is managing the stream. It's more difficult than you guys might think, streaming 5 nights a week, live, and also, publishing a video on YouTube every single day, and coordinating projects like Pizza in a Movie, and everything else I do behind the scenes, technology management, and it's a lot. But like I mentioned, something I'm really happy with, and something I'm really proud to do. I think if I was working in another field, I'd probably be much more financially stable, but certainly much less happy. And it's not just because as a creator I'm satisfied through streaming, and I am, but at least as importantly, you guys satisfy my humanity by coming through and extending your friendship to me and talking with me, and it's just been a profoundly positive experience in my life. And the fact that I'm able to do it consistently, thanks to your guys' support on Patreon, through your support through, again, retweeting things and coming by and being pleasant in the chat, it's extremely humbling to me to think that the channel is what it is all these years later because so many people believed in it and wanted to be a part of it. Thank you to our Black Knight level patrons here. Finally have the list opened up here. This is the $15 a month and below tier on Patreon, and above. And that's Balls Deep, John Hernandez, N. Cruz, Oni Ramen, Prime Opus, Remy, Running Route 27, Your Salty Face, and Zanzu. Thank you to the Fearless Havels on Patreon, which is the $7 a month tier and above. That's Ace, Audrey Apples, Karina, CPN, Dick Sucker, McServe, Michael Hinkle, Momo, Mutant XP, Rob Sykes, Shiva Jones, and Wade Local. Thank you guys. That's extremely generous. That's not a small chunk of change. Thank you to these shady winners, guys. That's $3 a month, and I always say this, but the $3 on Patreon is actually worth more to the channel than the $5 Twitch sub, because the $5 sub on Twitch, Twitch takes half. Half that goes into Jeff Bezos' pocket. I understand that Twitch is a pretty cool platform and that it costs money to run those servers, but I think that it's sort of, there's a misconception among many people that patronage, the Twitch subs, are more supportive of streamers than they actually are. And if you guys want to support the channel more and actually save yourself a couple bucks, check out the Patreon page and use that $3 tier. Thank you to Brendan Williams, Circus Cancel, Edo Chino, Foul Mill, 4TL, GK Lie, Good Vibe City, Goss, Invalid Letter Department, Jabby, Juna Non, Jimbo Slice, Keith Best, Coolahan, Kyle Glass, Leon Madison, Mum Blues, Patty Shaver, Rage Against Arcade Machine, Roasty Toasty, Saucy Daddy, Souptastic, The Shen, Tony Bosher, and Toxic Fan. Thank you guys. And likewise, thank you to the $1 tier, got the young guys I call them on Patreon. This tier is really special to me because there is no $1 tier on Twitch, and that $1 tier is super, super clutch. I mean, I always say it buys me a taco every month, right? Which is great on its own. But much more importantly than that, as someone that spends his whole life working on a project like this, which is so multifaceted and so demanding and so time-consuming, the fact that someone would sign up for a Patreon account and donate $1 a month is just a show of moral support that is profoundly meaningful. The fact that you would come by and show that you want to invest in the channel, you want to be a part of it, you want to, deepen your relationship with the content aside from just being like an audience member. And thank you so much in that respect to 506 Acid, Antonio Sanchez, Benjamin J. Harkins, Donka, Dapper Dons, Drew Katsikis, Drew Neuwirth, FPA Brian Nex, Guy Taylor, Herb Durkin, I'm Joey Cruz, Kaiju, Mark Parker, Red Panther Spear, and Sarah. Thank you guys so much. Thank you as well to the Twitch subs I mentioned before, guys, that your dollar goes further on Patreon. I understand there's a lot of reasons why people want to sub on Twitch instead, whether it's just because of the convenience of it being a button right there, or because you want to have no ads on Twitch, or for any other reason, maybe you want to support Amazon, you want to support Twitch because it's a platform you really enjoy. Thank you to Zanzu and Big Nasty, who are the top tier subs on Twitch. That's the Black Knight tier and the Fearless Havel tier. Zanzu is at $25 a month, and Twitch, and Big Nasty is at the $10 a month tier, which is again $5 for the channel. Technically, shady winners at the Amazon Prime free sub tier, which I think is the most cost-effective sub you can give. That's the sub you get for being an Amazon Prime customer. You get one sub every month that way. I think it's like 12, 13 bucks a month to be an Amazon Prime member, and then as a part of that, you get a free $5 sub. It's called a Prime sub, but it's effectively a $5 sub for the channel. And thank you to the gift subs, these are the gift sub recipients, and the $5 subs as well on Twitch. That's like 00 Nothing Labs, for instance, 506 Acid, Alex B. Advent, Allergy Eater, Arteus, Ash Lethal, Stuffy Muffin, Balls Deep, Bin Mighty, Blue Abs, Brother, Nero FTC, Berdrinka, Kaviez, Change Me What the Fuck, Chumpe, Chulak, Kamikaze, Dank 3S, Dapper Dons, Dark Side of Madick, Deadlock 84, Decoy Mantis, Dicksucker, Dr. Daddy Wang, Dr. Spot, Eat That Rocha, Egg Drop, kind of funny there, Exodus 3rd, Izana Edwards, FIFA King 97, Fighting Bubbies, Fight J Fight, First Opus, Fish Play Street Fighter, 4TL FPA Brian X, Furbay, Garbage Uncle Style, Ginseng Plays, Good Vibe City, Goss, Weebert, Herberg and iFix Machine, Insomniac Robot, Insilo, Chiefy Beefy, Juna2, Jimmy Claymore AK, Jupiter Jazz, Kaiju is Dead, KG the Legend, Lambda QL, LD Wells 89, Lizard Kawifu, Locust 3S, Lull, Penguin Lull, Long Legs, Manawatts, Massio, McServed, Meat, Mirror X, Moist Vakina, Moobear Tag, Mothman FTC, Mr. Lee Gaming 12, Mutant Experience, Nelly Whoa, Nearhan, The Cronian 2001, Neon Riot 4, Nerdy Porcupine, New Hell Studios, Nipperman, NYC Furby, Nice Templar, O Seraph, Oomph, Aura Orange, Orbwin 43S, Praetor 51, Robib, Red Pander's Bear, Remy 057, Riz 1, Rory Lover 89, Shiva Jones, Thank You to Sin Theory, Silent Impact, Signap 200, Son of Whole Horse, Synapse, Task Force Faust, Tetsu AKA 4, The Magic Eel, The Tone Box, 3Ven, Triple M, Turtle Power, UFO FTC, Ren, YoQ, Youch, Yoga Brain 3S, and Zispec Trace. Thank you guys for everything. It's been 5 years now. We started this stream back in 2017 in March. So now we're in our 5th year of the stream. And this is our 2nd ever Pizza Movie Film Festival. This is a series, Pizza Movie, going on now for more than 3 years. And the last film festival was our way to celebrate 2 whole years of, discovering these amazing films through the public domains. They're films that are totally, no copyright, and they are oftentimes overlooked by history because they're not as well distributed, because there's no financial interest in distributing them because of the lack of copyright. This year we had, pretty much a year and a half-ish worth of content essentially to go through, and it was likewise amazing to go back and see these films again that I really enjoyed the first time through, and enjoyed them, as much or more the second time through. But it's these sorts of events that require so much behind-the-scenes legwork in terms of the research and the discovery, the side-by-side comparisons of the films, trying to find the highest quality version. It takes a lot of work, and it's something that, gives me great satisfaction. I've learned so much about classic film through Pizza and a Movie, and I've learned so much about public domain stuff through studying about, public domain law and what makes a film, not copyrightable. And as a creator, it's been profoundly satisfying, and it's something that every day I'm exhausted, I'm pooped, I wish I could give myself a break, but at the same time, it's very difficult because it's so fascinating, it's so satisfying. It's, as someone who's tried his whole life to succeed creatively, it's something that gives me great, pleasure, and I find a great interest in. And the fact that you guys are helping out through Patreon, through Twitch subs, that means everything to me. This is something that not a lot of people in my same position are able to do, and it as a way to kind of put food on the table for themselves. And although the channel is still far from being financially self-reliant enough that I can be certain to be able to do it going forward, that the fact that you guys believe in the channel and you want to be a part of it and you want to raise it up, that gives me hope that, if I can keep grinding and keep finding ways to make the channel better, and I can find ways to improve the that maybe one day the day will come that I can sort of, kind of move to that next stage in my life. But in the meantime, guys, I'm just so happy to do what I'm doing right now. And I really want to take this moment here just to say one more time, thank you so much for being a part of the channel for, the past 5 years. Thank you not only for your patronage, not only for, spreading the word on social media about the channel, but maybe most importantly, just being here and being so pleasant. I've talked to my friends, Brian X and Ginseng and Connor and the homies recently about how this long into the stream, I couldn't possibly still be doing it if not for the fact that I have so many co-hosts, right? It's not just me hosting. I'm the guy in front of the camera and talking to the mic, but it's you guys in the chat that have given the channel its personality for so many years. And that's something that I'm profoundly grateful for as someone that has just, enjoyed doing this for so long. I'm just, again, I had to put some time between the end of the films tonight and recording this because I was so emotional from just thinking that people have invested their own resources into this project that I hold so dear. One last time, thank you guys. Have a good night. This coming week, I'm not going to be streaming on Monday or Wednesday or Friday. I'm going to take this time off as a way to sort of develop the channel's back end technology. Last year, at the same time, after the film festival 2021, I took some time off to work on the stream's overlay, but I ended up getting sick with COVID. So not as much was done in that time as I would like. And because my schedule is so dense already managing the stream from week to week, I find not as much time as I would like to work on the stream's back end, like the technology aspect. So I'm taking this next week off. It's like a between seasons break, but I will be streaming Third Strike on Bruise Day Tuesday because people rely on that so much. Likewise, on Thursday, Retro Thursday, NLBC Online Third Strike this week. I'll be there for that. But there won't be a Monday or Wednesday or Friday stream this week. But in any case, thank you guys for your support. Thank you for enjoying the Pizza Movie Film Festival 2022. I will see you guys before terribly long. You can hold me on Twitter at Vencabot, or you can message me on Discord anytime. You guys already know. Have a good night. See you guys around. Peace out. You guys know what it is.